Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Lisa and Lydia with you here this morning. Some big changes in the weather, talking about rain. We haven't had much rain recently, and kind of an update on the fog.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about yesterday's fog, too, a little bit. It was pretty wild. Before we jump into that, we always like to remind you, we're live on Facebook right around this time every weekday morning. Love it when you join us live. You get the very latest weather forecast.
You bet.
Even post first
Hot
news.
off the press.
Yeah, so good stuff. You can listen to it anytime it works best for you, though, because it stays on your Facebook feed throughout the day. We also make it into a podcast. You can find that at inforum.com/podcast. Look for the Inforum Minute. All right, some active weather, kind of in western North Dakota to start, though.
Yeah, right now it's kind of to the northeast of the Minot area and moving to the northeast into Canada. Just kind of scraping by Can-Do. That's my next line of action or spot where we're watching out for things to get noisy. Downpours, thunder, lightning, even some small hail possible. So there's just enough new energy in the atmosphere for things to turn a little bit feisty. Wind picking up today, gusting as high as about 30 miles an hour. Pumping in heat, a little bit of humidity. There's kind of going to be a sticky, muggy feel to the air this afternoon. High temps end up close to 80, especially in the south. A little cooler to the north where you have more clouds and a better chance of getting rain today. Those two things will keep you a touch cooler. A couple spots of fog out there this morning, but not as bad as what we had yesterday because that was terrible.
Right. It kind of, when we were doing the Facebook Live yesterday morning, wasn't it really
thick? Yeah, we were near zero for our visibility for hours. And then both of us talked about how when we drove home and we left here, it was disorientating.
It was scary.
It was.
For me, because you're right, it was disorientating. I, at one point, was like,
Where am I? Yeah.
Pull over and...
I pulled up to a stoplight, and until I really got to the stoplight, I couldn't even tell what color the light was. It was that thick. And then, of course, I had to take a left, and then I'm like, is anybody coming? And just awful. Then there was a terrible crash up north yesterday, kind of by the Tyler, North Dakota area, related to the fog, too. We have thin pockets of fog in very isolated spots this morning, not nearly as bad as yesterday. So we're moving in the right direction, especially as the wind picks up. That helps to shake things up and clear out the fog. And again, you'll feel the breeze for today. Tonight, we watch for another batch of thunderstorms to move in. Your best chance to see storms today and tonight is going to be north of Highway 2. Scattered about, downpours, rumbles of thunder. There's the potential for hail within any of the stronger cells. We do have a level 1 risk for severe storms today. This lingers into some Friday morning thunder showers, kind of weekends through the overnight as our temperatures drop. This time of year, it's hard to hold on to severe weather overnight. Because our sun angle is just not as strong. So once we lose that sun, it's hard for those to live. It's not impossible, but it's a different game when you get to mid-September now.
Yeah.
We'll watch out for thunder showers tomorrow morning for your morning drive. That all clears out. I see a nice break in the action just in time for high school football games.
Good.
Those should go off without a hitch. No, I can't rule out an isolated shower, but that lightning aspect, which can, of course, delay games or cancel or whatever, that part fades away from the forecast by Friday evening. So we should have dry time. We should be good to go for your high school football games tomorrow. Into Saturday, I have a few stray showers around. Next best chance of rain then comes late Sunday toward Monday, and another round late Monday, potentially toward early Tuesday. That's several days away now. But the overall message there is that it's very active.
Yeah.
Off and on chances for thunder and lightning and downpours starting this morning and lasting pretty much until Monday. So keep your Storm Tracker app handy because you're going to need it just to check on the radar for any of your outdoor plans. The other thing with it is heat and humidity. Temperatures in the 80s for the next several days all the way through Sunday. With the added humidity can feel even a little toastier.
Yeah.
Not looking at near record highs by any means. I don't have us in the 90s because 90s are possible in September, although they're rare. But it's going to feel warm. And then as next week, a lot of 70s. We kind of step back our temperatures a little bit. Still above average for this time of year, even into late September. I was looking at long-term forecasting this morning for Egg Week, and I think the end of September even looks pretty summer-like.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like the summertime.
Too bad
weather.
we got a little taste of fall. And
We did. It scared a lot of us.
And did some frost and some crop damage in spots. We really could have done without that because this type of weather to carry us into harvest season is great. Had we not done crop damage with frost. There's a lot of crops out there that did make it and look okay, but there's obviously some that not so hot. Okay, hot forecast today and for the next few days. That's all. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Lydia. Okay, well, the big story this morning is really a national story. Right now, a manhunt is underway to find the person who shot and killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk. He was speaking at a university in Utah. Kirk was just 31 years old. Now, just hours after it was confirmed on Wednesday that he had been shot and killed, While speaking at the university in Utah, a vigil was held on the NDSU campus. Mourners included leaders of NDSU's chapter of the Conservative Youth Activist Organization. They told our WDAY news crew that their interactions with Kirk were always pleasant and inspiring. Now, Kirk was actually set to come to North Dakota next month. He was set to speak. He was doing the, tour of campuses across the country. He was set to speak at UND next month. In other news this morning, a former Devils Lake police officer is facing a bond hearing next week after a standoff at his home. 37-year-old Ray Hennon is charged with felony terrorizing, accused of barricading himself inside with his children. Police say it started with a 911 hang-up call on Monday night. After 10 hours, police say Hennon shot himself, survived, and was then taken to jail. He's now been transferred to another facility, and he's also been fired from the police department. Booze and backlash in Harwood, but an AI company just got the green light to start work on a $3 billion data center. Council members unanimously approved the rezoning for the project. The meeting was held at City Hall, which only seats about 40 people, and public comments were not allowed at the meeting. Applied Digital is behind the project. While the company can begin site work, it still needs some permits approved before construction can move forward. Opponents argue the project is being pushed through too quickly, but supporters say it'll provide a boost to the local economy. Applied Digital does plan to break ground later this month, and of course it's a story we've been tracking for you, and we will continue to track it, so stick with the news leader for updates. Hot Mike with Dom Izzo coming up this morning, 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra, also streaming on Inform.com. It's a big weekend in Jamestown, how the Jimmies are preparing to host their first football game as a Division II school. Plus, the Vikings may be shorthanded for their home opener Sunday night. Dom's going to be talking about the big matchup with the Falcons coming up for the Vikings as well. Hot Mike is live from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inforum.com. I'm sure he's also talking about the Bison a bit. Of course, we're getting ready for the big Bison home opener this weekend. Join us tomorrow morning on First News. We have a lot of fun stuff planned, talking about some fun free giveaways, including some rings, a whiteout, and a historic matchup for the Bison. So lots to talk about tomorrow morning on First News as well. Remember, now's a great time to get that Inforum.com subscription. It's your all-access pass to all these news, weather, and sports headlines, your Bison zone. 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. It's a great deal. Just go to Inforum.com/subscribe to check it out. And join us for our next newscast. It's coming up here at 11 this morning, an hour-long morning newscast. And then we start again at 4 this afternoon, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we'll be back tomorrow morning, like I said, with a really fun Friday morning edition of First News. Have a great day, everyone.